what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we want to do kind of a wrap-up video of just the fitness street. We want to tell you guys some of the best places we've ate at, so some clean healthy food, the places that we've just found works best for our diet and we found that was just a great budget for us. These are the places that we've just found work best for us and been great for our own experience. We're not saying they're the best on the entire street because there's many restaurants out there on the street guys. We've just ate out 4 to 5 main ones that we found. Obviously we had done really nice food and supported our training and our diet throughout being here for the entire month in Thailand. So the first topic we want to cover is just a few places that we started to train at. So the first day we arrived here, we trained at Tiger Muy Thai. We trained at Tiger Muy Thai for a day. We went in there and done a Muay Thai session in the morning straight after landing, so it was pretty challenging to do that. I'm not going to say too much guys, we didn't really have the best experience at Tiger Muy Thai, and to explain why we don't really just want to go down that path, but yeah, we didn't really have a great experience at Tiger Muy Thai for me and Ollie, and we're just going to keep that to ourselves.
Hey guys, so we're going to start and give you a tour of the street from the top to the bottom of the Soi, aka Fitness Street. Going from the different gyms and restaurants that we've been eating at and may recommend, and to give you the experience of the full street and how it's evolved over time. So we're going to start at the very top where it was actually formed guys, and that's Tiger Muy Thai. That was the first gym that was built along the street, and this is what's made the street grow and actually develop over time, which is quite fascinating guys, because of how popular it's become and how well they've done. It's made the other streets sort of not follow, but it's helped businesses and other gyms grow along the street because of the amount of tourists that they've attracted from around the globe.
Well, it's good to actually just experience the first Muay Thai session in Thailand, and then we sort of realised after that many of these sessions that are sort of along the street they sort of follow a very similar structure throughout. So all I'll say was our main tip, which we said in the other videos, is that if you're obviously thinking of coming out here to train, just don't book anywhere to start off with, like for a month or 2 months. So just don't like book in a block, just book sort of having a rough idea of where you want to go, and look at obviously some reviews in the sessions. But what we mainly advised was to come here and then try out the different gyms and the different facilities, or different Muay Thai sessions at different places, if you're just coming here obviously for Muay Thai. Because what we actually did, we went in and just bought a day pass. Well, you can just buy day passes. I think you can see them. You can see all the prices online guys, so you get a rough idea of what's costing. But yeah, the best advice I think to do, obviously a lot of the gyms invite us in to film so we can actually pay, but we know that we know the prices are very similar at pretty much from the top to the bottom of the street, and even some of the smaller gyms, they're still similar in pricing. So you can get day passes, you can pay for a session. The good ones with the day passes is that it allows you to do all the classes that they have on that day. So the good thing about a day pass is if you get a day pass at most of the gyms that do Muay Thai, do have the CrossFit. So I think that was Tiger, Evolve, where else did Muay Thai and also CrossFit? I think that was it. Was it just them two? Yeah. I think it's just them two guys. Don't take our word in it, but they're two main ones that had actually a CrossFit and also the Muay Thai as well. So not just Muay Thai, not just CrossFit. So it's good because if you do a day pass, you might fancy doing a Muay Thai session in the morning, like what we done, and then also do the like a CrossFit training session in the afternoon, or a break to the session up a bit. Or you can do obviously the 2 Muay Thai sessions and use the gym facility as well, and that's what the day pass allows you to do, rather than just booking for obviously just a single session, which just might be easier. So yeah, that's our main tip. If you are looking to train out here, make sure you come and try all the places and then book somewhere after for a longer period of time, just so you know what works best for you and what you enjoy the most. As you move down from Tiger Muy Thai, you'll just come across loads of sort of small restaurants. We sort of ate more in and around the middle of the street. I think that's where we was mainly eating. So as you go down the street, you'll just see loads of stuff that's very fitness related guys, from protein that we come across, from the fruits and smoothies that you can get, to massage parlours, to nutrition shops as you saw.
And this is there's a protein supplement store guys here that's very good if you're obviously running out of protein or you need some more supplements to purchase, and there is a 3 or 4 of these down the street as well, but this is one we've used guys, and it's very good and a very affordable price.
The other shops that they have are the fighter shops, so you can buy your gloves, your gum shields, and your Muay Thai shorts, and that's very much it guys. It's all fitness related, and that is what we like about it here, because there's no distractions really down here. It is just fitness related. The smoothie stores that you liked, that we went to a couple of times, you can actually get 1 scoop of protein and they mix it with whatever fruit you want, so you can pick, you know, pineapple, mango, watermelon, and I think that was 70 baht for a shake. I think it was 70 baht, something. Yeah, so it was about 70 baht for a shake. I mean, yeah, it's just, and that for us was just quite cool, because you can come out straight out of the gym, and if you obviously don't have a protein shake at home, or where you're staying, if you didn't bring the powder with you, you can just go and grab a shake, and they've got actually loads of whey protein. That's one thing we love here, guys, is that where it has become so fitness related, there's just protein everywhere. Like you walk down the street and you see these big tubs of protein when at the shop, and they'll just chuck it in with a scoop of whatever you ask, and they'll blend it up with a load of fruit for you. So if you want 2 scoops, 3 scoops, like, they'll obviously just let them know, and they'll do that.
Guys, you literally just walk down. This is right near the top of the street. Tiger Muy Thai's just down there. We're down here, and Unit 27. This one, we've done a really good session here, really intense session actually. You guys know we've done the Punisher session here, which is an intense CrossFit session.
It was a very fast-paced workout.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced workout.
As you see from the video that we actually dropped on the YouTube channel, which you can check out. But yeah, as Nick said, we really enjoyed our time here, enjoyed this session here. It's another great place to come and get fit and really push yourself and experience new workouts or train for the actual CrossFit Games, which is nice. And then if you just flip it to the other side, you can see across the road.
So they have another facility over there, guys, and also down in a minute when we walk further down, we'll show you they also have just a gym facility as well where you can just go and work out. But yeah, we had a great experience here training and doing the punch session at Unit 27. Definitely recommend giving this if you come into Thailand, you want to push yourself to the limit and you're already quite advanced with CrossFit, or even if you're a beginner, definitely.
Well, they have both. They have
both.
But I think if you are actually someone who's very fit, this is a place where you can really test yourself and test your skills out.
As we walk further on, obviously you've got Unit 27 now, which we come across and spoke about. They've got 3 facilities here, guys. They have one right at the top, and that's sort of got an indoor bit and an outdoor bit of a little obstacle course. They've got the main one that we visited, done the Punisher session, which has the ice baths and the sauna, and where the workout space that you guys saw. They pretty much vary, guys, from price. So I think if you want an average size tub here, which will have about, I think it was 28 servings, I think it was 32, 28 to 32 servings, a medium sized tub, it was around about 1,200 baht, 1,200 to 1,300 baht. And that was for like a sort of medium sized tub, and that works out around what, 32 pound, I think, something like that, if you're obviously looking at it in terms of that, which is really, I don't think it's not that much cheaper than what you buy at home. It's not more expensive. It's pretty much like for like what you spend at home for protein, guys. So it's very similar in prices. You're not gonna. My best advice would be just buy some at home before you come, just so you have it in your suitcase and you're stocked up as well. Because the prices, you're not going to get it any cheaper out here. It's not going to be any more expensive. It is like for like. So if you are coming out here to train, I'd definitely advise bringing 1 to 2 tubs with you, as it's just very handy to have indoors if you are lacking.
So guys, we literally just come to Pure Vegan now. This is another place we've ate out since we've been here. We've had some really nice smoothies
and acai bowls, guys. They make a really great acai bowls, but also do some really clean meals that we actually still need to give a try. A lot of people are a bit funny about going to like a pure vegan sort of restaurant or a vegan restaurant, so they don't really know what they're going to get. But the food here is so good, guys, and it's very filling for actually, considering you don't have meat or any sort of fish on your plate. It's actually the proteins that they have in the bowls are very filling.
Moving on from the protein shops, we wanted to talk about the bikes here, guys, because we noticed that there is the bike situation here. If you are going to ride a bike, obviously you've got to be very careful here, because the roads, me and Nick never rode before, so when we come out here it was a big wake up call in terms of just, it's not as easy as you guys think. You're just going to jump on a bike and then get on the road. Like, we drove up and down the strip a few times, didn't we, just to get used to it.
Honestly, to you guys, I was going to say this for your own safety, and this is, even Ollie can agree with me, it is very chaotic on the Thai roads, guys. The people don't look when they pull out, they just honestly don't care about you being on the bike. So you literally got to have eyes on the back of your head.
And there's so many bikes as well, guys. Like, you'll be doing 50 thinking you're going fast, and then you just get bike after cars just flying past you, like they're doing 100 or something. And there's just not that many road laws here. Like, literally the only sort of laws that they abide to are the red lights, and even some people skip them. So just be very cautious. It's so much more different to driving on the roads back home. So if you are coming over here, just be aware it is a bit dangerous.
It's at your own risk as well, so just be safe.
To really get anywhere, they're pretty much like it's just straight. Like, you either head down to the coast and then do like a few right hand turns. But the one thing we like about here is all the road signs. If you are heading to the beach, they will be labelled in English as well, which is nice. Like, they'll tell you what beaches are local, and you can just, like, the first couple of times we actually went without using Google Maps, didn't we? So we got there fine and got home fine. So so guys, one thing we didn't actually know when we arrived here that I actually didn't come across on YouTube was that basically what happens is when you ride the bikes, police are entitled to pull you over, or traffic officers are entitled to pull you over, and they can look for anything from no helmet, a brake light being faulty. Just then they'll look for any excuse to pull you over, and once they pull you over, they'll say to you, "Can I check your license?" For an example, they checked our British driver's license, and we're not actually have a license to drive the 125 over here. So basically, what they do is you don't get like points on your license. It's just fines. So you just get on the spot 500 baht, which is what, £10–12.
So that happened to us once, come around the roundabout.
So guys, just a quick one, if you're looking to get any taxis or looking to get some really good affordable prices for taxis and some motorbikes here, if you want to rent some bikes while you're here, definitely recommend this guy, guys. This is where we come to get him. He's just so local, he's a guy who lives here, but he's obviously got some motorbikes and cars you can rent, but also he does taxi service as well. We use him all the time, so when we go on our day trips to the beach and stuff, we always get the 125s, the 125cc motorbike from here. Great guy, definitely recommend it, guys.
So just going back to the bikes now, the places we've actually got come up on the screen now. Cottage come up on the screen now. This place was a great price as well for the bikes, but what me and Ollie noticed is after walking up and down the fitness street time, multiples of motorbike rental shops before we actually found these two, people don't take this until you sign the forms. They basically want to take 2,000 baht deposit off you. So if you give them that, you have to give them that before you take out the bike on top of the 200 or 150 baht you pay for the bike. But what the problem with this is, we've noticed it happened to someone who's staying at our hotel. They took the 2,000 baht off him, obviously for the deposit, and he's come back obviously to give the bike back, and it was just this tiniest scratch on the mud flap of the bike, and he's obviously got to 2,000 baht taken off him. So what I'm telling you guys now is, before you go to a shop and give them 2,000 baht, look around first and make sure that you can find two. We found these two up on the screen now that you don't have to put a deposit in. You just pay 150 for the day or 200 baht for the day, and there's no deposit, which is great.
And also make sure that if you do have to put a deposit down, maybe just run your camera around the bike first, take some pictures of it, so you know they're not going to try and find anything new, or you know what's there. And yeah, so up and down the fitness street, I'll definitely recommend these two places. And right opposite each other, you've got Happy Cottage, and I can't remember the name of it.
He's just a local.
He's a local, but he's just the nicest guy ever.
Guys, the next location we're going to show you guys is called Coco Ville. We spent a couple of nights here staying, had some really nice, amazing food. Just a very peaceful atmosphere, a very nice place just to unwind, settle down after an intense day of training. The food was great, you know, we had some amazing pancakes in the morning, then we had the smoothies as well, which was just so good. So definitely recommend. But what I want to say here, this is like a retreat hotel, but you can still eat there if you're not staying there. So if you want to go in there and try the amazing pancakes, as I just said, I definitely recommend it. The protein pancakes, guys, and they're not just any old pancake, they're protein pancakes as well they come with.
We're staying at Anchan Boutique, guys, so come on the screen now, this is where we're staying. It was actually opposite the road of Unit 27's actual gym. So the gym opposite where we're staying is Unit 27, just gym facility. So this one's just like an ordinary gym you have back at home. So that was opposite there. So if you want to just do a normal gym session and you're staying in Anchan Boutique, then it's just great because it's opposite the road.
I think it was £600 for 4 weeks, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good, guys, yeah.
Works out around about £20 a night, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the rooms are very basic, but one thing we liked about it is that they get cleaned every single morning. The beds were clean, new towels, you get some drinks, some water in the fridge. We just didn't have any issues, guys. It was just very smooth staying there, like everything was clean, everything was tidy.
So moving on to food, which is obviously the topic you guys all want to know. So food. One of the first places we started to eat at, Troopers, which is right next to the Unit 27 gym facility.
It's part of
Unit 27. The occasional chicken and rice, it was very nice. We had to actually customise this meal because it wasn't on the menu, so we just ordered some extra chicken with the obviously egg fried rice that come with it. So yeah, that was a really nice meal.
That worked out. That was a little bit more expensive. That was the first time we arrived here, so we didn't actually know really roughly about the prices. We had to suss it ourselves. And that's one thing that you guys will realise when you actually come here. You're going to have to just find what's worked for your budget and sort of where you want to go. But we got 2 meals each, and we paid together, so 2 meals each, so 4 meals in total with some extra chicken. Come to I think 500 baht, 500 to 600 baht, which is what, £12–13 for 4 meals and some drinks, which I think is pretty good. Like back home, you can only really get 1 meal back home for that. So we're getting 4 meals really, which is good. And yeah, they had some nice healthy clean food on there, very similar to some of the other restaurants, but they was very much again focused on the health side and making sure the food was clean. Ochadi,
the name guys, it's come up on the screen. I can't pronounce his name.
But this place was we had by far the best oats along the street.
Yeah.
Unless if you go to pure vegan. We had some oats here, guys, that were very good. I think they were about 80 baht.
The reason why these were so good and probably one of the best on the street is because just the things you got for 80 baht with the oats, you know, you got a bowl of oats and then you've got cashew nuts with it. So you've got a pot of cashew nuts with it, guys. And you also got some chopped up fruit. You've got some bit of mango, kiwi, I think a bit of grapefruit, apple, banana. Yeah, so that with the oats, which was great. We found that that was probably the best for the price because opposite, we're going to talk about in a minute, guys, another restaurant called in a minute called Tony's. We paid 40 baht and only got a banana with it and no nuts.
It was a half of a banana.
Yeah, so probably if you were looking for oats and you're looking for obviously the best out there oats, then I'll probably say one of the best it is at this place.
And yeah, again with their menu, they had a mixture of sort of the healthy foods. They did a great package, guys, and I think if you was on your own, I think it would be a very good thing to do. You can get breakfast, lunch and dinner for 250 baht.
It's called the fighter meal.
The fighter meal, the fighter package. Yeah. So you can get breakfast, which included oats, eggs, or muesli.
Yeah.
No, it's muesli and oats and something like that. But yeah, and then for lunch you can get chicken with your choice of sides. So you can have I think the carbs were sweet potato, brown rice, white rice, or normal potatoes, I think it was. And then for dinner again, you can pick between chicken, fish, or a vegan option. I think it was, I can't remember, or a salad or something. But yeah, that was 250 baht. Or if you just wanted breakfast and lunch and eat dinner out somewhere else, that was 180 baht, guys. So I think that's a great price to get 3 meals a day for 250 baht. I don't think you can really go wrong with breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Out, we were spending about £40 a week each on food, so
which is, I think that's eating out from breakfast, lunch and dinner, which is pretty good.
So if you guys find that, so if you guys think about that, you can't do that back at England. Like,
not out all the time. You can only maybe do a shop somewhere that's quite cheap and then stock it in the fridge. But that's eating out from breakfast, lunch and dinner with a few snacks in the evening as well, which is nice. So yeah, we ate out there, and then Nick, you want to touch on the restaurant across the road, Tony's. They're actually pretty similar.
Yeah.
But Tony's has been here for ages.
Yeah, so we've been talking to a couple of people. Tony's is actually probably one of the first places on the fitness street. This place has been, I'm not sure how long it's been here for, but this place has been there from the start, guys. And what was good talking to a couple of people, the prices at Tony's have actually stopped the same since many years ago, so it's great, you know, like that's how you know it's a traditional Thai there. That was very similar food to what we had in the last restaurant we were just talking about, but here we had a really nice fish meal. You had
there's a really clean fish meal for 90 baht, and it just had veg with it and sweet potato, and that was a very nice meal, very clean. Again, them two are pretty similar.
Yeah, so moving on to the greatest of all time on the fitness street.
This guy.
We didn't find him unfortunately we only found him the last week or so we found him the last.
We found him about 8 days ago.
Yeah,
we stayed there 8 times every single night.
He is called Mr. John's, can't on the screen. It's called Mr. John's, this place. What I love about this place is we didn't find this place out until talking to a couple people out of Evolve. We found this place. He just does the nicest chicken breast fillet. It's so simple, guys. It's simple. It's just 2 chicken breast fillet on a barbecue. Obviously, it's grilled with just some brown rice. But I can't tell you, he's got the secret sauce that just makes this meal the nicest.
He puts, I don't even know what he does. So to start off with, he's got a barbecue.
Yeah.
He covers the chicken in like coconut milk, I think he puts it on to give it this yellowy colour. And then he just grills 2 chicken breasts, and then literally it's just 2 chicken breasts and some brown rice. But it's so simple, but I just can't tell you how much it's the nicest. This sauce he puts on it is just unreal. And we literally since we found it, we've ate there every single night since, and we get 1 of them each, or 2 of them each, depending on how hungry we are. So it comes with 2 chicken breasts and some rice, which is good.
But they're big fillets, they're not small. They're big and
but it's nice because most of the other places, all that only comes with 1 chicken breast. So they actually come with 2 chicken breasts, and I think it's for 78 baht or 79 baht.
Yeah, 79 baht.
You get 2 chicken breasts and some rice if you also want to drink with it, or you can get a chicken breast and a wrap with loads and loads of salad. But I'd definitely go for the Mr. John's special, and that's the 2 chicken breasts and rice. You literally walk right and take the next right. Yeah, you head down to where Titan is, and Mr. John's is at right. It's the first restaurant opposite Munchie's Cafe. And it's a great spot to hit. And obviously then you've got also had another great experience there at Titan. Me and Nick both enjoyed not only the workouts, but we found that Titan was a very tight-knit group, which we very liked. It was a little bit
family,
it was a little bit different to some of the bars that we've experienced elsewhere, and Titan, everyone at Titan was just so welcoming. They just wanted to chat to you. They just wanted to know what you was up to and how you been. And we just met like a nice guy, Thomas, who we was chatting to. Yeah. Titan's a very tight-knit group. If you are coming here looking to work out and you are on your own, and yeah, don't be scared to travel, because you obviously will make friends. And this felt like almost like a family. They go, and as we said, they go and eat together in the evenings. They train together during the days, and it's one of them things where you build a bond with training with people and from all over the world, and then you may disappear, you know, around the globe, and then in a year's time you may well come back again to the same spot and train again. It'll just be a very good relationship and a very good bond, and it's a very sort of, feels like a very tight family, doesn't it? And they're all opening and welcoming. We went there and everyone was just so nice. So yeah, as you come out of Titan, guys, you then, if you do a right on the street as you come out of Titan Street, back towards Tony's, and where we ate. So if you go right and head further along the street, you come to a 24-hour Tesco, and this is one of the best places if you do want to grab some water, guys. As most of the other water along the streets, I think between 60 to 80 bar. This was actually 45 bar for
a pack of 6. So you can't do the tap water here, so you need to make sure you need to be buying water every single day.
Training here, obviously, where the humidity is so high and where the temperature is so high, you're going through like 1 to 2 bottles, like within an hour session to 2 hour session. So literally, if you're buying a pack of 6, you're just going to go through that really in the day, which you should, because you should be staying hydrated. So yeah, this was just it was a cheap alternative for us. So literally we was grabbing like 12 bottles for the price of one, which we paid 6 for. So
but we was also getting from the 24-hour Tesco's, we was getting our chicken, our rice and our eggs from there. We found that to be a great deal for the chicken breast fillets that we was having back at England, very similar to that. So we got that meal on top of what we was eating, because we needed to get the right amount of protein just for extra meals really. So yeah, have a Tesco's, which is always great. And on to coming out from Tesco's and going right next to the Tesco's, there is a traditional Thai gym called Dominant MMA, which we had a great training session at, great experience there. This one was one of the more traditional, more quiet places, and this one for me, being back at England, really wanted to train Muay Thai in Thailand. That was exactly how I expected it to be. Very quiet, very traditional. The people there couldn't speak really any English, so it was Thai. You was getting a full, real Muay Thai in Thailand experience, because I really enjoyed it. It was just, yeah, great space to train there. So definitely, if you want more of the less commercial and less popular gyms, then definitely go to Dominant MMA. Quiet place, so you can get some solid training as well from real Thai trainers.
Yeah, guys, and then as you head out from there, you've got 3 restaurants. We only actually ate at one of them, because the other 2, we just, I don't know, we didn't really. Guys, me and Nick are very picky with our food, so when we're hungry, we don't want to. We struggle to want to try new foods, because we just don't want to mess up our eating pattern and be disappointed with the food and then come home hungry. So we're very picky of what we eat. So if you come out, you've got Ali's Barbecue, guys, and this is a great spot, not only just for the food, but it's also very good on the social terms of, like, they've got a massive projector where you can sit and watch the UFC when their fights are on. They've got these big long tables where everyone will sit. People have drinks there in the evening, it's open to quite late. So yeah, that's just a very good spot. Again, if you're on your own or if you're in a group of people and you want to go and socialise, have a few drinks, enjoy some food, that's a very, very good spot. And I think the food, they got this massive barbecue outside. They'd have like loads of meat, lamb, beef, then they've got like these massive chicken skewers, I think like 220 baht, you can get a large one.
One thing I want to mention in Ali's Barbecue, well, just being here in Thailand, if you come to Thailand on the Fitness Street, you need to try the protein ice cream, guys. We didn't try it in Ali's Barbecue, but we tried it obviously being in Thailand. It is the nicest thing. It's obviously ice cream with protein in, but I can't tell you guys how this tastes.
So yeah, Ali's Barbecue is another good spot, and that just touches upon all the main restaurants that me and Nick have actually eaten at. Is between sort of 4 to 5 restaurants that we've stuck with since we've been here for the month, and we stuck to them because we knew exactly what we was getting when we had the meals, guys, and we knew we wasn't going to be disappointed, and we knew they were just good, healthy food. So
we're quite strict with obviously our diet program
and what we follow, so it's just a great way for us to just eat at spots we knew we was happy with.
Ali's Barbecue to the right, there is 2 other gyms. You've got Evolve and you've got Phuket Top. We didn't actually train at Phuket Top Team, but we know that the highest standards of Muay Thai there are meant to be phenomenal, guys. So yeah, you should give that a go if you come here. But Evolve is a place we've trained at, and we spent almost 2 weeks there doing training. Yeah, so we've done functional fitness at Evolve, we've done Muay Thai, we've done strength and conditioning training, and we've also done a bit of BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and we just had a great time at Evolve. The people there are so nice. You guys know, you've obviously met Tommy from the videos, just so down to earth people who just care about coming into training, just want the best for them and want the best for their fitness and their workout, and just offer great facilities, guys, to support that training. So definitely recommend Evolve. It is right at the top, so it is probably more of the quieter gyms.
Great spot, as Nick said, great people, and very much enjoyed our training there since we've been here. So that pretty much wraps up the fitness street and our experience here in Thailand, which you're going to see from the wrap-up video. So we just wanted to do the vlog on the fitness street to give you guys an insight into what the street's like, and if you are obviously looking to come over here, give you some tips on the places to obviously eat at, best places to stay, as you guys have seen from Coco Ville to Anchan, where we stayed, and all the other gyms that we've obviously recommended for you guys. So yeah, it's just a great experience, a great place, great street, great people, and it was a very good experience for us to stay here for the month to train, and we definitely massively improved our fitness and mental health being here, guys, which we touched upon, which we will touch upon in the wrap-up video coming soon.
So one thing I want to say, guys, we definitely recommend coming here for people who are very passionate about fitness, or people who just want to make a big change in their life mentally and physically. Then just give it a go. It doesn't matter if you've never done something like this before. If you just want to give it a go, get outside your comfort zone. That's what the trip's been about for us, you know, getting outside our comfort zone, building our mental strength more than our physical strength, guys. Coming out here was a big challenge for us, and we just feel like we have accomplished a lot out here, and as Ollie just said, we do feel like we've mentally become stronger and physically become stronger, guys. So it's been a great benefit for us to be out here. So that does wrap up this episode of the Fitness Street here in Phuket, Thailand. We've got the final video dropping for our Thailand series, which is going to be dropping very soon on this channel, guys. That was going to wrap up the entire episode of our first trip to Thailand. We're going to be hitting Bali next. That is our next destination. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Strong mind equals a healthy body. This is B2 Bolden Brothers. We see you in the next video.